Happy Saturday, everybody. Hope everyone is doing fantastic. I'm going to wait for some people to jump on. Got some fun content on this Saturday night. I'm in beautiful Marina Del Rey, California. Just want to see. That's the view of the marina. And I'm just doing a little. And just excited to share with you guys. Hi Hope, hi Dana, hi Jody, hi Sherry. Awesome to see people jumping on. Thank you for the hearts. Hi Kim, Alana. What's up everybody? Wonderful. I'm going to give some people, what's up Mike? Hi Jen from Winnipeg. No smog today, Al. No smog. We got clear skies. SJ, how are you? Lucky me, brother. Thank you guys for all of the stuff. What is up, Aaron Hairston, my brother? What's up, Keith? Hi, Golda. Hi, Jen. Oh, it's so great to see everybody on here. Hi, Sharon. Awesome. Thank you for the hearts and everything. So I'm going to wait a couple more minutes for people to come on. Hi, Cheryl from the East Coast. And I'm going to go over some really, if you're in network marketing, if you're in online marketing, internet marketer, direct sales, or just building your own brand. If you have some sort of brand of what you're building. What's up, Nick? Hi, Laura. What's up, Ben? Thanks, brother. That's right, Alex. That's right. Hi, Jen. Hi, Connie. So great to see everybody on here. So I wanted to, one of the biggest things that I'm really passionate about is building, networks and connecting with people. What's up, Jake? And, Facebook is one of the best communities to do that for. But a lot of people, my other half is in Florida right now celebrating her sister's birthday. So I'm holding down the fort here. Hi, Dale. Hi, Dee. So what I've learned about is that, a lot of people sometimes get comfortable with a certain network that they're using, whether, someone uses Instagram, whether someone uses Facebook. What's up, Harvey? People sometimes just get stuck on that one social media forum. And I always use the example that, pretend for a second that for 2 weeks, and 2 weeks only, the bulk of the social media site that you use had some technical difficulties and it shut down. What would you then do? And I always tell people that if where you're spending most of your time is on that specific social media site, you need to spread out what you do. Hi, Patricia. And it's the truth because, nothing's going to happen to Facebook. I mean, none of these things are going to shut down. But the one thing I learned about building any brand or building anything, I know, Alex, you need to have multiple lead sources, multiple networks, because if you're on just Facebook and you have 3,000-4,000 connections, basically all the content that you're going to be providing, if you're not growing that network or other networks, the same 3,000 to 4,000 people are going to be seeing the same content over and over and over again. But at the same time, if you're growing a whole other network, so if you have your 3,000 to 4,000 connections on Facebook and then you have another 4,000 or 5,000 on LinkedIn of totally different people, unrelated to the people on Facebook, now you've gone from just 3,000 to 4,000 to 6,000 to 8,000 connections, and you're providing different content on that forum. So you have basically doubled your network, doubled your visibility, and eventually you will double your business. So today what I wanted to do with you guys, obviously, is a little bit of Q&A if you wanted to, because one of my biggest passions is social media and it is LinkedIn. I love it. I love what they're doing. Microsoft bought them out about 8 months ago, and they're doing some amazing, amazing things, not just with the PC version, but with the mobile version, making it more socially acceptable, making it very, very easy to use, because a lot of the things that people talked about is that, it's very difficult to use. It's very difficult to use. I don't understand it. So what I wanted to do tonight for you guys is give you a couple of the new things that have changed over. If you've gone on there and you're like, what now? What am I supposed to do? I don't know what any of this looks like. Some do's for everyone, no matter what your business is. What's up, Todd? One of my buddies, Todd, that just joined. He's a first-class dentist in Philadelphia. And no matter what kind of business you have, you can use social media to bring people to your business. And there's definitely some do's and don'ts for business owners, for people that have a network marketing business, are in sales. It doesn't matter. It can all be used the same way. And I'm going to give you some don'ts, some things that you absolutely should not do on LinkedIn or social media for that matter. So before I go into my content, I just wanted to know, I'm also going to take some notes. And if there was anything specific that you guys had questions about for me, if you want to, type in the chat box now, anything specific that you wanted to get, kind of a little bit more light on, just type that in the chat box now. Also, for those that are watching, if you guys could please share this content. I'm not connected to everyone, but you guys are connected to your people, and I know there's people that definitely could benefit from this. So if you guys could hit the share button and bring your networks onto here, I would be grateful for that, just so more people can gain knowledge from this content. So if there is anything specific that you would like me to talk about, you can type it in the chat box, or I'll go right into some of my content. But, if you could please share this information. Jody, I know you shared it. Thank you so much. What's up, Joe? What's up, Dana? How do you keep track of who you sent a message to, being that the tag option disappeared? Great question. I'm going to be going over that, but I will write that down. Anyway, Dale, thank you. Anyone else have any specific questions, social media-wise, LinkedIn-wise, Facebook-wise, whatever they wanted to know, and I'd be happy to cover it. I don't have any specific time frame of how long I'm going to be doing this. I wanted to leave this as an open forum for people to jump on. I want to provide as much content as I can for everybody. So as you think of things, obviously you can put them here. Again, please, if you could share this content. So some things that are new on LinkedIn, and it is changing every single day. Every single day they're changing something. So one of the newest things, and Dale just brought it up, is the tag feature. How do you track your engagement? I'm also going to go over that. I love that, Jen. Thank you. And just like I mentioned in the description, I will be having a special gift for 5 people at the end of this, and I will explain what that is. So when you are on LinkedIn, obviously, as you get new connections, you're sending messages out. And the old version of LinkedIn, you used to be able to actually categorize your connections by using tags, whether, friend, coworker, employee, but they've gotten rid of that. And there's really no other way to keep track of any of that. So I do it the old-fashioned way. And what I do is every morning I go to my connections and it automatically sorts it by most recently added. So if you are consistently adding people on LinkedIn, you will absolutely always have people coming in and coming out. So what I do is I grab an old-fashioned piece of paper, and I'm still connecting with 25, 50, 100 people a day, whatever I feel like. And because it breaks it down by most recent connection, I just write that first person's name down. So if Jen White is my first most recent connection tomorrow morning, Sunday, I'm going to write Jen's name down on that piece of paper and just write Jen White, most recent connection. And then I will go about my day. I will make new connections, accept new connections, and then I don't actually send any messages until maybe later that day when I know that new connections have come in, or I'll wait a full day. I'll wait a full day until Monday, and I'll go back in, I'll go to all my connections, I'll look for Jen's name, and anyone that has appeared now above her are my new connections, and I will send them a message. Then when I get to the top, that's the new most recent connection. Then I'll write their name down. I'll cross out Jen's name, and then I will write that first new name again, and then I will start building on top of that. No, I'm on my phone. So I could do this. Hold on. It's a great idea, Dale. So on the new version, so basically here it's listed by most recently added. And Jen, I'll get to your question in a second. So it's broken down by most recently added right here. Okay? So what you want to do is, so I'll write down Lisa's name, and then I'll send out my connections. So when I go back the next day, which is going to be Monday, I'll wake up, I'll go to my network, I'll go back to see all connections, and I'll message anyone that is above Lisa. So for an example, like if Mustafa here was my most recent connection, I would write his name down, and then I would send all my connections out or accept the connections that have come in. And basically the next day, go in, go back to my network, let it reload, look for Mustafa's name, which is here, and now I have 3 new connections, and these are my new connections. So I would message those 3 people, and then I would then send my connections out and then build on top of Lisa. If that all makes sense, you can hearts, thumbs up, smiles, whatever, just so I know that you guys are making all sense of that. And then in the meantime, Jen asked, how do you express your desire to be a network marketer and work for yourself when you already have a job and you intend to keep it in the meantime? Okay, I like that very much. Great. Awesome. Thank you guys for the hearts. And then Kim asked, how best to handle when your existing profile is business related, current full-time job, and want to build connections related to network marketing biz. Okay. So Jen and Kim, I'm going to be asking you some questions, and this will obviously help other people. Okay, good. What kind of messages are you sending out? Do you have a standard one that you copy and paste? Harvey, great question. I will go over some of that. Okay, so let's go back to Jen Terso's question. How do you express your desire to be a network marketer and work for yourself when you already have a job you intend to keep in the meantime? So Jen, my question to you... Jen, is does your company watch what you do on social media, and do they allow you and not allow you to do certain things that are or are not related to your current job? So I'll wait for you to answer that question. I know there's a little bit of a delay. And Alex, if you have any questions, brother, let me know. Oh, great question. So Alex asked, when sending out messages, can you send to certain groups of connections, or do you have to send them to all connections? Great question. I will cover that. Awesome, Al. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Jen. So Jen, here's what I would do. In relation to what you want to do with your business, and what is Jen? What do you do for a living? Hey Dan, Jen, what's your full-time job? And I'll tell you what you can do some little things outside of that. And if you're not aware of them tracking, they would tell you up front, so you're going to be completely fine. I know there's a little bit of a delay here. Yeah, great questions, Isabel. It really is. These are things that a lot of people don't know, because a lot of people are afraid of what they should be doing on LinkedIn because of their job. So that's the one thing that I really try to stress to people. It's very specific that if you want to talk to network marketing on the job, it must be a break. Oh, hi Vaughn. So okay, so Jen, here's what I would do. With your profile on LinkedIn, you can, when you're in network marketing, you shouldn't put network marketer. What's up, Jonas? You shouldn't put, hey Gwen, there's my girl. You don't want to put, network marketing, and that's one of my don'ts, which I'll go over. But basically, I would start to connect with other people just like you, other software analysts, other software engineers, where you can start having a very genuine conversation within the messenger part of LinkedIn, because right now you have a vehicle that they don't, and you see the light of what you want to do. So my suggestion for you is, if you don't want to put anything specifically, hi Terry, on your profile, just have it as descriptive as you can about you. So like in the summary portion of what you're about, talk about more than you're not just a software analyst. You're a mother, you're a wife, you're an inspirer, you have a deep passion for helping others, whatever the case may be. And if you can put something about your network marketing company, I would keep it very broad. I would keep it very, very basic and say something, wellness coach, online inspirer, or online motivator, and just give a short description of what that is on your profile. That way it doesn't seem kind of fishy. I mean, you're an inspirer and you're a motivator. But in the summary portion, I would definitely talk more about what you stand for and what you believe in. That way people can really get to know who you are as a person, not just someone that's a software analyst. And if that makes sense, just type some, you can say, yeah, that makes sense, or give me some thumbs up or hearts or whatever you want to do. And then I just want to make sure that you're clear on all that. And then I'm going to start working on the next question, which is how to track engagement. Oh, and no, Kim's question was how to best handle when your existing profile is business related, current full-time job, and want to build connections related to network marketing. So Kim, in what you're doing, obviously, you don't want to change your profile. That's the one mistake that people make, is basically, they think they have to start a whole other profile. LinkedIn is all about, you're so welcome, Jen. LinkedIn is all about connecting with people that are just like you. So my buddy Alex, who's on here, he's in sales. He works for an accounting company that does software for bookkeeping and tracking for companies. So, if he was in network marketing and that's his full-time job, I would have him, search and connect and build a network that's built around bookkeepers, controllers, accountants, people like that. So you don't want to change your profile. You actually want your profile reflecting what you do. And I tell this to people all the time. I don't care if you were a bartender for a day, a week, a month, or a year. Have it on your profile because you're going to come up in a search for bartending. So, keep everything as is. Just add what you want to it without mentioning network marketing. So, you have to look at your business, your network marketing opportunity business, of what it means to you. Whether it means health, whether it means wellness or prosperity. And you want to go off of that. And you want to include that as other experiences within your current profile so it all meshes together. If that all makes sense, you can give me some thumbs up or just type in the chat box, that does make sense, and I'll get ready for the next question. And you guys, thank you so much for these questions. This is great. And I know that someone else had a question about how to, there's Jen's, Kim's, that makes sense. Okay, good. Oh, Harvey was asking about sending a message. So, copy and pasting obviously is, you're so welcome, Kim. Copy and pasting is, Yeah, and if you guys, Gwen McFadden on here, she is an absolute rock star as far as LinkedIn. I had the absolute pleasure of working with her personally on a client to coach basis. She knows so much about this, so just look at what she's typing in here. She has a lot of knowledge. So Gwen, thank you for contributing. So Harvey, about a message, I am a big fan of being very authentic, being very real. So you can come up with a message that you can copy and paste, but make sure it's you. Make sure it's not a big drunkalog. Make sure that you're not, including, you are first class, Alex, step into that. That you're not like putting links to this or videos to this, or it has to be real. It has to be about you. It has to be about what you have to do. It has to be about why you're on LinkedIn. What's your purpose? Why do you want to connect with other people? So, you always want to thank the person for connecting, but think about, you want to flip it around. So Harvey, my question to you would be, is what would you respond best to? So if somebody was messaging you, think about what you would want that message to look like, where you would be like, yes, I want to learn more about that. So think about because it means something different to everyone. So think about what that message means to you, and then start writing it. Start coming up with something. So Harvey, if that makes sense, just you can type in that makes sense in the chat box, or you can give me some thumbs up. Yeah, thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. So we got that. We got job. Got Harvey messages. I'm going to see who else had the questions on here. Awesome. All right, let me go back. I know Alex had a question. Alex asked, when sending out messages, can you send to certain groups of connections, or do you have to send them to all the connections, meaning individual? So LinkedIn gives you the option. For me, I've been a part of group messages on LinkedIn. It's not effective. That seems more spammy than anything else. The only time you would do a group message is if it's people that you do know that they're expecting something like that. So if you're looking to connect with people on LinkedIn, it should be done on an individual message basis. So if you're currently sending bulk messages out to a bunch of people, it doesn't work that way. LinkedIn likes the individual to individual connection. So you do want to take the extra time and send out specific individual messages to each specific person, because you're going to have a relationship that's different from person to person. So you don't want to put everybody into one big group. You want to keep everybody separate. But if there's something, Alex, like I said, if there's something out there, like if you have to send a group message to people that you're maybe meeting somewhere at a convention or whatever, then you can do bulk messaging. You can type in multiple names and you can send a group message, yes. But if it's for business purposes, looking for new business or opportunity, absolutely send individual messages. So if that makes sense with everyone, you can just throw some thumbs up and some smiley faces or hearts or whatever you want to give. And then if you guys do have other questions as this goes on, please, just type them into the chat box. Love you too, Gwen. Awesome. You got it, Al. We'll definitely talk more offline. So now I wanted to go into some of the other new things. And I think Jen touched on this, is the analytics. So I'm going to turn my screen. And if you go to the notification section, so if you go to the notification section right here, this will actually show you everything that's going on with what you post. So this was something I posted earlier today. And it says, if you don't learn how to get paid while you sleep, you will work until you die. And so you can click on the 7 it got 7 likes so far. So I can click right here and it will actually show you how many people viewed it, right? So 319 people viewed it. Who viewed it? So you can actually click on these people and send them a message. but you can actually click on the view the post right here, and it'll actually show you the company those people were from, the titles or positions that they hold, and the location. And it'll give you some sub-locations too, and it'll tell you if it's more your first network or your second connections outside of your first connections. So it's really, really important to look on with your network, and you want to see what type of posts are getting the best engagement. So that's about the new analytics. Now, that brings me to the other new thing, is that since changing around the algorithm of LinkedIn, more people are engaging with posts. They're doing a lot of more engaging. So what I recommend people to do is actually on a daily basis go into your home feed, and I'll turn my for you guys. Go into your home feed, and you want to actually look and see what's going on with your network, and you want to see what's getting the most reactions. You know, whether it's a picture, whether it's someone writing something. You want to see what kind of people are putting content out there that make the most sense, that it's something that you might want to do. So pay very attention to what your network is doing, because that will give you some ideas of what kind of information you can put out there for your network. Now, the last thing that they changed there's a lot of things they changed, but the last thing that they changed that was most impactful is actually on Messenger. And there's two things they changed, and I'm going to turn this around one more time. You can see now on the bottom here, it actually has the messages lit up like it would on Facebook. And over here, it has a list of the messages that you have going on with all of the conversations that you have going right now, and this stays on every single page. So instead of you having to go through Messenger up here to check your messages, they actually appear as you converse with all of your people. So you don't have to keep going back and forth through your Messenger on the PC version to connect with people. You can actually, welcome to Microsoft. So that's what that's all about. And Harvey, let me just read what you wrote. I was asking also in regards to managing your time, responding to so many connections, likes, and how many customized beyond keeping it authentic. So you want to pick an initial message, and then once you get a response, then it just becomes normal engagement, normal conversation, just regular questioning until you can set up a phone call. Yeah, it is so much easier. Now, the cool thing, and I can't show this on my screen, unfortunately, on the mobile version, on LinkedIn, if you open up your LinkedIn app on your phone, and you go to Messenger or My Messages, on the top, you're going to see your messages, but then you're going to see a line across, okay? You have a line across, and it has a bunch of people there. Like, you can see their faces. So what LinkedIn is doing now, it's pulling from your contacts, basically people that you haven't spoken to ever, or in the last 9 months there's been no connection. And if you click on those people, it will tell you a little bit about what's going on with those people now and what you guys last communicated about, if at all. Or it'll say, you have never spoken to so-and-so, send them a message. So that they pick about 9 or 10 people every day, and you'll see them appear above there so you can stay in contact with your network, whether it's a new connection or old connection, because before I started to really integrate this into my business, I had about 700 connections that I really wasn't utilizing the way that I'm doing it now. So now some of those people are coming up, so now I can actually reconnect with them. Yeah, it is awesome. Yeah, that's only on the app, Vani. You're not going to find that on the regular Messenger version. You're only going to find that just on the regular app. So it's only on the Facebook app. So if all of that makes sense so far, those are all the new things that I wanted to highlight. Just give me some thumbs up or just say yes, and then I will continue on to the do's, the basic do's that you guys all should be doing on LinkedIn. And just to let you know, I coached Vani on LinkedIn a while ago, and she got away from it, and I challenged her to get back to it, and she actually set up 6 calls this week from what I taught her to do. So way to go, Vani. This is all on basic, Terry. You don't have to do premium. Everything that I have done has been through the basic version. Awesome. Thank you guys for this. Yes. Gwen, you're the best. You really are. I love the app too. It's right. And there's no LinkedIn jail. She's right. You can send as many connections as you want. And if you guys can read that, Vani did one day, look right there, one day, by teaching her what I taught her, she set up 6 conversations. So this does work. Now, I'm going to go into the 3 do's that everyone should be doing on LinkedIn. Okay? 1 is connecting daily. So if you want, in the last year and a half, I've gone from 700 connections to 12,400. And that's because I am consistently adding 25 to 50 new connections every single day. Now, I'm adding new connections every single day. That doesn't mean people are accepting those connections. So I want the law of numbers in my favor, that I'm adding between 75 to 100 new connections a week. That is how you get a lot of great. I am catching up. I'm catching up. I know you're a little over 13,000, Gwen. I am catching you. The name of the game is having as many connections as you can coming in, so you can really, really have those law of numbers and the law of conversations in your favor. So you want to be consistent about searching and connecting with the right people and using the people you may know area, but sending out 25 to 50 connections every single day on a daily basis to build a big, strong network. That is 1 do. Number 2 do is providing content. You don't want to not provide anything on there, so you do want to post a couple times a day. Yes. Harvey asked, do I have a rule for which connections to accept? Yes. For me, being a network marketer, I only accept connections for people that I can actually network and do business with. If they're out of my network, if there's not, if there's not a lot of people that I am able, like if there's no real genuine connection, if like there's no really genuine interest between the two of us, then I'm not going to accept them. I really only want the mirror image of myself. So that's why I utilize LinkedIn the way that I do. Now, so the second do is providing content. So the way that you use Facebook is obviously you post a couple times a day. You want to do the same thing on LinkedIn because LinkedIn actually rewards you for providing content. So you do want to provide content on there. People ask me all the time, is there... Gwen says she accepts. Yes. Yeah. Gwen has the paid version, so she can go past second level connections. You're welcome, Harvey. So, you want to provide content because you want people to be engaging with you in certain ways. So if you're not providing any content, there's really no way for people to actually engage with what you're doing. So you want people to engage with your daily activity. So provide content that's related to what you do. So if you're in health and wellness, if you're in nursing, if you're in teaching, provide stuff that other people in your network could relate to. So be consistent with that. And the number 3 do is building your brand organically. So there are 2 things that everyone can do on LinkedIn to build your brand. 1 is be consistent with what you're passionate about. And 2, talk about inspiration and motivation. Because it doesn't matter what kind of business you're in. It doesn't matter if you own your own business, if you work for a company, if you're in network marketing, if you're in direct sales, if you own your own whatever. Inspiration and motivation do not go out of style. They true and true, they play on every single kind of field out there. So my recommendation for you guys is be the bright light on social media. We're not looking to get people. You have to understand, people don't want to know people don't want to know what you do. People want to know why you do what you do. So there's a difference there. This is not about what, this is about why. So let people into why you do what you do, not what you do. If that all makes sense, you can throw some thumbs up, smiley faces, hearts, or just comment yes, just so I know everyone is on the same page as me. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for the hearts, Terry. You're the best. Great. Love it. Okay. So, those are some easy do's. Thanks, Dan. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys are really enjoying this content. I love talking about this stuff, you can tell. So the last thing I wanted to talk about, and then I'm going to open up to you guys before I close it out and talk about my special gift. Thank you, Sharon. That's right. That's right. Are the don'ts. These are important. These are important, and you can actually apply these don'ts to any social media site. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. Thank you, Dan. You can apply these to any of that. So here are the 3 biggest don'ts on social media, and for me, this is coming from LinkedIn. Number 1 is don't just connect and message people. That is what they call spammers. It doesn't matter if you're sending a very genuine, nice message. If you are just on any social media forum, connecting with people and sending a message and not providing content, you are spamming. People on LinkedIn especially look to see what you're doing, to actually see if not only if you're a real person, if they can relate to your content. And if they see no content, they're not going to accept your connection. So a lot of people end up accepting your connection based on what you provide. So if you're not happy with the amount of, if you're sending out 25 to 50 connections and you're only getting 3, 4, 5 of those people to connect with you, it's probably 2 things. 1, you're not providing any content for your network. And 2, it's the wrong kind of content for your network. So that's the number one don't. Number 2, I'm not saying this because I'm ashamed or trying to hide what I do. So network marketing to me is the perfect business model and the greatest profession in the world. But there is skepticism out there. There are people that think what we do is, we're shake people, we're vitamin people, we're this, we're that, we're other, we're part of a pyramid, whatever it is. We're not. This is the greatest opportunity that was ever presented to me and to anyone else on here that's also in network marketing, and I'm sure you guys can agree with that. But the one thing that you want to do is, the one thing that sells the most is partly the company that you're involved with, but number 1 is you. You are the reason why people say yes to your opportunity. So, take the opportunity out of what you're doing on LinkedIn or social media. Do not blast your network marketing company. Do not blast that you're a network marketer, because that is automatically going to close the door of the skepticism that's already out there. You want to tell your story to those people. You don't want your LinkedIn profile telling that story. You want to tell that story. So don't have it on there, because they're going to do their own research. They want to hear it from you. Thank you for sharing the video, Jeff. I appreciate that. They want to hear it from you. So the number 2 don't is blasting network marketing. You are the reason why people say yes. You have to be the one to inspire those people, not what you put on there. So that's the number 2 don't. Yes, exactly, Gwen. You will lose them in seconds. All right. Now, the number 3 don't. For those that are providing content for their opportunity, do not post information about shakes and bars and the ingredients. None of that. None of that. Now, I talk about cellular cleansing and nutritional cleansing because that is intriguing. That is interesting because that is a component of what I do and how I live. But I saw someone the other day put up a post on her LinkedIn page about the different shake flavors that are going to be released at my company's big event this August. Your network is not going to respond to that because they don't care about that. That is something that is better for a product user-based social media forum like Facebook or Instagram. LinkedIn is professional. So you want to stay away from providing content like that. I mean, Jane, you engage interest by being a real person. You know, I'll show you the other day that got great engagement. And again, I do before and afters only once or twice a week, not every single day. I do them more frequently on LinkedIn or on Facebook, not LinkedIn. So I posted a picture the other day and it said, we pay the doctor to make us better, but we should pay the farmer to keep us healthy. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but it got 103 likes and 7 comments. But look at this. It got almost 3,000 views. So now I know something like that. And here's the other cool thing. It was mostly my second network. So people that I haven't engaged with yet. So you have to do your own research. You have to put content out there to see who's responding to what. And the other thing is, the way that you get better engagement, Jane, this is a good point, you have to have a big network. If you only have 500 or 600 connections, you're not getting any traction on any of your posts. That's why it's important for you to be consistently adding people all the time so you can bring more people into your network. So that is my last don't. Don't post about shake flavors and shakes. Be real. Yep, second network. So at this time, before I talk about my special offer for the people that are on here, does anybody have any other questions, any other comments? Did you gain anything from this? Is this painting a clearer picture? Just type in the chat box now anything that you're receiving from this. Motivational post, yes. Yes, Gwen. Motivational posts are fantastic. I just want to make sure you guys are with me. You can just do a thumbs up. Yeah, I mean, you got to get more than that, Jane. You need about 3,000 connections to start getting some traction. You have to be consistent. 300. Cool. Thank you, Harvey. Appreciate that. I'm glad you guys are getting something from this. Thank you, Sharon. So, we don't know what the new flavors are yet, Al. That is a secret. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Becky. Okay, so here's my special offer. So for anyone really interested in learning more about what I do on LinkedIn and how I use it and how I've grown my business, I have a couple different things that I can do with people, and I am offering a 50% off discount to the first 5 people that inbox me on Facebook wanting to know more about the 2 different programs that I can get 50% off of you guys for tonight to really learn not just this, but all of the in-depth things that you need to do on LinkedIn. So if you're interested, send me a private message. First 5 people only. I appreciate you guys being on here. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you can steal and use anything. I gain inspiration all the time. Thank you, Hope. You're so welcome, Vani. You're welcome, Patricia. You're welcome, Kim. Yeah, you know, I use other people's information as motivation. So for people that aren't on here live, Vani rocks. If you're interested in learning more, guys, like I said, inbox me. I love helping people with this. There's so much more to learn. And again, tonight only, the first 5 people, I'm actually giving 50% off. So if you guys are interested, first 5 people, send me an inbox. Love you all. happy Friday night. Hope you guys got something from this, and I will see you guys all soon. Bye, everybody.